Hi there! Thank you for checking out my channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. This video is part of the series of videos I post to try to help people out when it comes to aptitude tests like the civil service exam. This here is my dog, Haley. Today we're going to solve some of the questions that you sent in. This is another by request video. Dito sa video na to, may mixture tayo ng mga algebra word questions, meron ding onting logic. And in order for me to do that, I'm going to switch over to my laptop para I can show you how to solve it. Alright? See you in a bit.
Alright, let's solve yung mga questions that you sent in. This first one is from Daryl de Guzman. Ang question goes like this. A storekeeper bought 3 grades of pencil at 3 grades of pencils. Dapat yan. At 2 pesos, 3 pesos, and 4 pesos a dozen respectively. If he paid a total of 76.50 pesos for them and bought the same number of pencils in each grade, how many pencils did he buy? Now, there are a few challenges dito sa tanong na to. Number 1 is ano ang equation. So, some people cannot or have a hard time finding out kung anong equation yung gagamitin sa mga ganitong klaseng questions kasi algebra siya. The second challenge is this kasi some people naman, they get yung equivalent na number ng x tapos akala nila yun na yung sagot. But there is a bit of a trick dito sa tanong na to kasi ang sabi, ito yung presyo, a dozen. So, pag sinabing dozen, 12 pencils. Okay? And ang hinahanap is how many pencils did he buy? Pag sinabing how many pencils did he buy, ang hinahanap ay total na dami ng lahat ng grades. All of the pencils. So, if you get excited if you get excited and shinidan yun agad yung lumabas dun sa equation, then you would get the answer wrong. Now, let me explain that further. I'll solve this with you, okay? Ang equation ng sabi, ang total na binayaran niya is 76.50. Yung 76.50 na yan, binubuo ng tatlong grade ng pencil. Yung unang grade ng pencil, 2 pesos, times kung ilang dosena siya. And kung ilang dosena ang binili, okay, that is x. Bakit sa dozen? Ang x is equal to the number of dozens. Bakit? Kasi, okay, yung presyo ay per 12 pieces, hindi per piece ng lapis. If you want to do it a different way, what you could do would be, yung 2 i-divide mo pa sa 12 para makuha mo yung price per pencil. That is if you want na yung x mo becomes the number of pencils per grade right away. But since hindi natin yung gagawin kasi this is all overcomplicating things, magkakaroon ka ng decimal or fraction, dito tayo, ito yung route na dadaanan natin. So you have 2 times x plus 3 times x plus 4 times x. Okay? Ngayon, isa-solve lang natin ito for x. So, 7650 is equal to 2x plus 3x plus 4x. Okay? Now, if you want to eliminate yung decimal, we can also do that. Para ang mangyayari would be 76.5 is equal to, pag pinagsama-sama to, 2x plus 3x plus 4x, that is 9x. If nagugulan kayo kung bakit naging 9x yan, go and watch the series on algebra muna and on polynomials. So, meron na tayo ng lahat ng mga operations doon. So, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. At saka yung ating equalities. Sorry, na videos, you can watch that kung nagugulan kayo dito sa process na to. Okay? Next thing that we're going to do is to divide both sides by 9. Again, kung ayaw nyo ng decimal, you can multiply both sides by 10. But since, again, you cannot always do everything like that when you're taking the test kasi may time limit, you can go straight to dividing na lang. So, kakansel natin yung 9. X is equal to 76.5 divided by 9. Okay? So, 76.5 divided by 9. You can solve it like that. So, that is 8, 72, 4, okay? Tapos, may decimal ka na dyan. So, magiging decimal na yan. 45 divided by 9 is 5. That is still 45. So, wala na tayong remainder. The answer is 8.5. Ngayon, ang next question is this. Final answer na ba yung 8.5? Now, it is not the final answer kasi 8.5 is the number of dozens of pencils per grade. Ang hinahanap ay total number ng dami, literal na dami ng pencil sa lahat ng grade. So, anong gagawin natin? Yung 8.5, ita-times 12 pa natin kasi yan yung kung ilang dosena. Okay? So, 8.5 times 12, you can solve it like that or ano na lang, 850 plus 285 which is going to give you 170. Okay. Now, how did I do that? That is just basically times 10. Okay, so 85 lagyan ko 0. Plus times 2. Dalawang 8.5. Okay. dalawang 85. That's just what I did. Okay? So 8.5 times 10 is 8.85. 8.5 times 2 is 17. So i-add ko na lang siya. Okay? So this is going to give us this is 12, that's going to be 10. So 102 pencils. Kaya lang hindi pa yan ang total kasi that is pencils per grade. So ibig sabihin na meron kang 2 peso per dozen, 3 peso per dozen, at 4 peso per dozen. So, tatlong grade pa yon. So, yung 102 is still not the final answer. I-multiply mo po siya by 3. Bakit? Kasi ito, yung 3 na yan is yung grades ng pencil. So, the answer is 306. That is the final answer. 306 pencils. Okay? So, again, avoid the pitfalls na masyado kayong maagang mag-shade. Hindi 8.5 ang sagot, hindi 102, it's 306 pencils. Okay? Kasi yan yung total. Ngayon, kung ang tanong is how many pencils did he buy per grade, then the answer becomes 102. Okay? Kung ang tanong is how many dozens of pencils did he buy per grade, then that becomes 8.5. Okay? That is the answer. Kung ang tanong is how many dozens of pencils did he buy, that becomes 8.5 times 3. So again, you have to be careful doon sa kung ano talaga ang hinahanap sa tanong. Okay? Next question, this was by ShaRuth Alingalan. This is actually something that you have to be careful of. So I don't know where you got this question, ShaRuth, pero this question is wrong. Now, bakit? Kasi in this is a question of age problem. Sabi, Maya's age is twice the age of Ricardo. Ricardo is 5 more years older than Maya. The sum of their age is 70. How old is Ricardo now? Is it 25? So, is it 25 years old siguro yung tanong, no? Ayun. This is a question that you cannot answer. Bakit? Kasi sabi, di ba, again, yung method natin, if you haven't seen the age problems videos yet, go and watch that, no? Para makakuha kayo ng idea. Ito yung table natin. Si Maya daw, is twice the age of Ricardo. So, sa Tagalog, ang edad ni Maya ay 2 beses nung kay Ricardo. So, sinong mas matanda? Mas matanda dapat si Maya. Kasi kung ano yung age ni Ricardo, kung X yan, ang age ni Maya ay 2X. Ngayon, anong problema ang pangalawa? Pareho silang nasa now, kasi is. So, this is now, or present tense. This is also now. Present tense din. Second sentence says, Ricardo is 5 more years older than Maya, or siguro 5 years older than Maya. Grammatically incorrect din yan. So, kung Ricardo is 5 years older than Maya, in the second sentence, Ricardo is older. Okay? So, hindi yun pwede. Kasi, sa unang sentence, mas matanda si Maya. Sa pangalawang sentence, mas matanda si Ricardo. Hindi yun pwede. Imposible yan. So, this is, wrong question. Okay? So, i-check mo yung sources mo, ShaRuth, ha? This is a wrong question. Wrong ang given, wrong ang mga information. So, we cannot answer this. Okay? If you bought that reviewer, go and contact the publisher. If you got that from a review center, go and ask them. Tell them na mali yung binibigay nilang tanong sa inyo. Kasi ang problema sa mga maling tanong na ganito ay wala kang matututunan sa kanya, mas maguguluhan ka lang. Okay? So, be careful. Choose your reviewer. Okay? This is another question na pinadala ni ShaRuth. Sabi, it's in a pizza, how many lines, 7 slices or parts? Again, kulang yung question, no? Kulang. Walang sagot sa tanong na to. Okay? Yung kanta, ba, walang sagot sa tanong. Ito, wala talagang sagot sa tanong kasi walang tanong. Kasi, ay, ibig sabihin, in a pizza, how many lines? It doesn't make sense. But, okay, maybe ito yung nirevise ko lang ng onte. Okay? Kasi pag ginawa natin ganito yung tanong, medyo may sense na siya. How many lines do you need to divide a pizza into 7 slices or parts? But given this question, again, hindi naka-specify dun sa binigay mong tanong, no? Pero kahit na in-revise ko na siya dito, there are 2 possible answers. Okay? Bakit? Kasi yung paghahati ng pizza, yung 7 slices ba niyan, ang tanong, is it equal? Does it have to be equal parts? Or pwede siyang not equal? Okay? Ano ibig sabihin nun? Nakaranas na ba kayo ng pizza na, alam niyo yun, hindi patay-patay pagkakahati? Okay? And okay na ba yon? Kasi kung hindi equal at equal yung pizza, magkaiba ang magiging sagot natin. Now, magpapalit ako ng color ng pen para lang mas makita dito kasi nga pula yung pizza natin, no? Ngayon, bakit importante to? Kasi ang lines ang binibilang. Ngayon, ang lines, when you talk about lines, it's just basically Diba? Yung line between 2 points, isang ganon. Isang guhit, isang slice, basically. Now, how many lines do you need to divide the pizza into 7 slices or parts? Kung equal parts, okay, then it's going to be different sa not equal. Kasi kung not equal, it's easy. Okay? Magpuputi ako, no? Para lang mas makita. Or i-highlighter na lang natin. Para, yan. Gawin na natin puti. Ayan. Okay. One line. Isang putol. So, meron ka ng 2 parts. Okay? Pangalawang putol, you have 4 parts. Okay? Pangatlong putol, 1, 2, 3. Pangatlong line, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts. Now, dahil 7 slices lang kailangan, you have 1, 2, 3 lines. The fourth slice would be like that. So, ngayon you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, granted, hindi pare-pareho ng size yung slices natin. May isang suswertehin dito sa malaking-malaking slice. Pero ang lines lang na binilang natin are 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lines lang. So, kung hindi kailangan na equal, the answer is 4 slices or lines. Okay? 4 lang. Ngayon, kung equal ang pinag-uusapan, sorry, it's going to be a little different. Kasi, kung kailangan equal siya, magiging 1, 2, again, rough lang to ha, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Bakit? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, more or less, mas magkaka-size yan kaysa dito. Okay? Kung equal slices, you need 7 lines. Okay? So, kung equal, 7 lines para sa 7 equal slices. Kung pwedeng hindi equal, that is 4 slices or 4 lines lang ang kailangan mo. So, again, you have to go back. ShaRuth, go back to kung saan makuha yung reviewer na yan. You have to make sure na they're feeding you the right information. So, very important kasi yan. Okay? Now, next question. This is from Bombz Alvaniz. The question is, Mangustin can climb a coconut tree at the rate of 10 feet per minute and return at 20 feet per minute. If it took him 3 minutes to climb and return, what is the height of the coconut tree? Now, nakakatuwa itong question na to kasi mangustin, no? So, parang play on words din yan, parang mangustin. That's actually one of my favorite fruits to eat. Kaya excited ako pag pupunta ng Davao kasi mura ang mangustin doon, no? Although last time na nandun ako, walang mangustin. But maybe next time. Alright, anyway, mag tayo sa tanong. This is actually a little more complicated than what you think it is, okay? If you follow the algebra na path. And the reason for that is kasi we have to figure in yung formula. Okay, yung speed, distance, time formula natin. If you haven't seen that video yet, go and watch that muna, no? Na-explain ko na yan. Okay, ngayon, obviously, isang puno lang yung inakyat ni Mangustin. Height of the coconut tree. Again, the coconut tree, ibig sabihin, isang puno lang yan, no? Hindi pala ganyan ang coconut tree, dapat ganyan ang dahon. Ayan. Okay, pagpasensya nyo yung drawing ko, hindi naman yan ang ating focus ngayon, no? Ngayon, yung coconut tree na inakyat niya, same tree, meron kang paakyat at saka pababa. Now, pag paakyat daw si Mangustin, ang speed niya ay 10 feet per minute. Pababa siya ay 20 feet per minute. So, obviously, mas mabilis pag pababa kaysa pag paakyat. Okay? Ngayon, ang sabi, 3 minutes, ang kinover niya, paakyat at pababa, both. Okay? Pinagsama yung time niya sa pag-akyat at time niya sa pababa. Now, saan tayo kukuha ng equation dito? What do we know? There are 2 triangles, actually. Dalawang SDT triangle. You have yung first na triangle, which is yung climbing, at saka yung returning. Okay? Climbing and returning. Pareho yung may speed, distance, time. Okay? Ngayon, magkaiba sila ng speed. So, iba ang speed sa pagka-climb, iba ang speed sa pag-return, iba ang time sa pagka-climb, iba ang time sa pag-return. Pero yung distance, this is actually the same. Bakit? Kasi pareho yung puno. Diba? Hindi naman nagbago ng puno. So, kung sabihin natin 50 feet yung puno, 50 feet ang inakyat niya, 50 feet din ang kanyang ibababa. So, doon tayo kukuha ng equation. Your equation could be like this. Okay? So, the distance ng climbing at yung distance ng returning is the same. It's equal. Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin ng distance na yan? Saan natin makukuha yan? Ang distance, ang formula niya is speed times time. Kasi ko-cover natin yan, no? Di ba ganyan natin siya kunin? So, speed times time. Ang speed sa climbing ay 10 feet per minute. Okay? Times the time ng pag-akyat. Ngayon, kung ang time ng pag-akyat, okay, at pagbaba ay pinagsama mo ay 3, this, you can call this x. And then, yung ating speed naman sa returning, that is 20 feet. So, this is x minutes, okay? 20 feet per minute times, this becomes 3 minus x minutes. Ngayon, bakit siya 3 minus x? Kasi, okay, again, sa 3 minuto na yon umakyat siya, bumaba siya. Kung isang minuto, for example lang ha, kung isang minuto siyang umakyat, may 2 ka na natitira, 3 minus 1, yun yung 2, kaya 3 minus x. This is the same principle that we use for age problems, for any algebra problem, okay? Kung ang total niya ay 3, one can be x, and then the other can be 3 minus x. And then we're just going to solve this down. So 10x is equal to 20 times 3 minus x. So, i-distribute lang natin yan. So, that is 60. Okay? Minus 20x. Now, i-leave natin na positive yung x and lahat magkakasama sa isang side. So, this can be 10x plus 20x. Again, kung naguguluhan dito, watch the video on equalities muna. Is equal to 60 yan. So, 10x plus 20x is 30x is equal to 60. Divide mo both sides by 30 para makancel ito. X is equal to 2 kasi 60 divided by 30 is 2. Ngayon, hindi pa yan ang height ng coconut tree. Ang hinahanap is the height of the coconut tree. This is just the time, okay? This is time na it takes mangustin to climb. So, ito ay time climbing. Ngayon, how do we know the height of the coconut tree? Babalik tayo sa formula natin. Distance is equal to speed times time. So, ibig sabihin, ang distance, or hinahanap natin, is equal to the speed, which is 10 feet per minute, times the time, which is 2 minutes, yung pag-akyat niya dito sa side na to. So, distance is equal to 20 feet. So, the answer is 20 feet. If you want to check, you can check if 20 rin yung lalabas dito sa side na to. So, 20 times 3 minus 2, which is your x, okay, here, that is going to be 20 times 1 or 20 feet. Again, pareho kasi sila ng distance. So, the answer is always 20 feet. Okay, so I hope that answered your question. Now, this next question is a little different kasi this was sent in by someone from India actually. So, Shubham Yadav, I hope I said your name right. I'm going to try to explain this in English to help you because I know that you understand English as well. So, for those students who are in the Philippines, I'm going to explain it in our language a little after I solve it in English. If you want to ask questions or anything like that for clarifications, you can comment down below. I'm going to solve it in English first, and then I'm going to explain it in Filipino, in our language, all right? Okay, the question goes like this. In an examination, 80% of the students passed in English, 85% in mathematics, and 75% in both English and mathematics. If 40 students failed in both the subjects, find the total number of students. Now, in order for you to solve this, you actually need to draw the Venn diagram. Now, we will talk in circles, right? So the first circle, right here, you draw it here. This is the number of people who passed English. So this is the English passers circle. There are 80%. 80% of the class or 80% of the students passed English. Now, there is an intersection between the students who passed English and those who passed math. I'm going to just switch my pen color right here to better show that. Okay. So this is not an accurate representation of the actual number, but you just have to understand the concept. All right. So the blue circle are the students who passed math. And there are, and 85% of the students passed their math exam. Okay. So there is an intersection right here. The intersection right here, I'm going to switch colors right here. Okay, so in here, the students who pass both tests will be right here in the middle. And in the question, it says that 75% passed both English and mathematics. So if you passed English, you're inside the English circle, and you're also inside the math circle. This right here is 75% of the students. Now, 40 students failed in both the subjects. So that number of students should be right here outside. So there are 40 students outside. Now, how do we know the total number of students? We have to understand the relationship between 40 and how many percent of the population actually failed the exam. Now, how do we do that? You have to find the exact percentage of the people who passed only English, okay, and only math. And you can do that by looking at the number right here in the middle, okay? Now, if 80% of the students passed English and 75% of them also passed their math exam, then you are left with just 5%. 5% of the students only passed their English test. Now, where did I get 5? That is 80% minus 75%. Okay? The number of people who only passed in their English test is 5%. We're going to do the same thing here on the math side. So how many people just passed their math exam and not their English exam? The answer is 10%. We got that from 85 minus 75%. So 10% of the students only passed math. So that gives us the total number of students who passed at least one test. You have 5% here, plus 75%, those are the people, the same people who passed both exams, and then 10%. So the number of students inside this entire bubble or shape is going to be 5 plus 75, 80%, plus 10%, so that is 90%. So 90% of the students passed at least one test. Now, only 40 students failed both tests. So they are the ones who are outside the bubbles. So what that means is if this part right here is 90%, then this should be 10%. So if 40 is 10%, what number is 100%? Now, I taught this technique in one of my videos called ratio rotation. So if you haven't seen it, you can go and watch it. Okay, when you deal with percentages, you can use ratio rotation too. You can drop the percent symbol right here and then start the process. So 40 divided by 10 is 4 times 100 is 400. So the answer is 400. There are 400 students in total. Okay. Now another way that you can solve this if you don't know how to do it the ratio rotation way is actually 40 is to 10% as x is to 100%. Okay? Or you can basically multiply 40 times 10 by 10. All right? So that's the answer, 400 students. Shubham, I hope that you understood my explanation. Okay, I'm going to switch over to my local language now. Okay, so nagets nyo ba mga noipi? Okay? So again, kaya naging dalawa yung circle kasi you have the circle na English lang ang pinasa. You have the circle na English ang pinasa, the circle na math ang pinasa. Yung gitna is yung mga tao na nakapasa kasi pasok sila sa parehong English at math na circle, that is 75%. Yung natitira dito na remainder, yun ibig sabihin nun sila lang ang naipasa lang nila English, yung 10% ang naipasa lang nila yung math. Hindi sila kasama doon sa 75%. Pag pinagsama-sama mo yan, 90% yan. Yung 40 nasa labas, which is 10% kasi 100 minus 90, 10%. Tapos kukunin mo lang kung ilan yung 100%. That is how you get the answer here. Alright?
Alright, I hope you learned something new today. If you did, click thumbs up. Make sure that you share this video with your friends, lalo na kung mag-exam din sila. And as always, subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon if you want to know as soon as a new video posts. You can reach out to me directly and you can also request na isolve ko ang mga questions ninyo by posting a comment down below or messaging me sa www.facebook.com/Team Lyqa. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and there is a free event coming up this Saturday, October 14. So Horizon Ministries, it's right across TIP. There is a map flashing down below, and yung address is also in the description box. If you haven't signed up yet, and you are sabi natin grade 12 kayo coming into college, go and sign up sa link sa registration dito sa description box sa ilalim, para ma-save yung slots sa inyo. We have limited slots left, so please make sure that you register if you're coming. Alright? Thank you guys for watching, and God bless sa inyo lahat. Aja, kaya niyo yan. I love you all, and God bless you. Bye for now. Sweet naman ang baby ko.